Hey you guys, it is David obviously. Thank you for stopping by the blog. Long time no see. I do that, right? What is that? Is that nervous? Is that I get into the blog and I gotta kind of ramp up and this mean swear I'm not on, is it I'm not that much of a neophyte. I know it's cocaine that you snort, but you snort something else, right? I have no clue, but I'm not on that, whatever that is, but I do that. So sharing. So here's the deal. Actually, there's not much of a deal. I just wanted to say, hey, I was updating the blog, and I realized that I haven't done a video blog in a while, and this would be quicker. And I did want to update something and just tell everybody that Twisted Metal, I was very excited. I'm kind of out of the know now when it comes to this stuff, but I kind of heard rumors that they're dropping price on a bunch of Sony games, and Twisted's one of them, I think. I know, if I don't want to report news that's wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is what I read. It was 39 bucks. Starting soon, like within weeks, I think, or sooner, which is awesome. A whole new group of players. I was gonna say, but it's a whole new group of people who won't be able to get online. But it has gotten better. It has. The patch has helped, but it's hurt some. I have nothing to tell you, my friends. I really don't. Any information I get from Sony, from Instantly Play, I will absolutely share, as I always do. I don't have to tell you, but I'm glad that the vast majority of people sounds like they're getting on. Trophies, I hear you. I sent an email. We're going back and forth trying to get a little bit of information on that. So as soon as I know they're on it. I know they've heard your complaints and pleas, and they've seen the links that have been great that you guys have sent me, making it very clear that there's something that seems to be wrong. So, but I don't know what to tell you. So I'll do the best I can to get you the information I can get. So, but anyway, but the great news is I'm excited new people are going to be coming in and playing, and I remain incredibly proud of the team and the game, and just, as I've said earlier, it wasn't the world's hugest sell. It wasn't like Call of Duty or even, it wasn't like the biggest first-party hit in the universe. But, it's done kind of okay. I'm looking at the numbers, I'm like, all right, not too shabby. Let's put it this way. It's definitely done better than Twisted Metal Black ever sold at full price, which blows my mind, because Black was such a better reviewed game, and it was on PS2 at the time, which was like, dominated the crap out of every other console, and so I'm pretty jazzed about that. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll get a lot more players. I did want to say really quickly, so what are we, about 2.5 minutes in? So I'm going to tweet this out just because I thought it'd be fun, and I'm taking a break, man. I've been barreling on the new game, which is going great, and as soon as I can share stuff with you guys, I will. Totally excited about it. I'll just say that. I'm having a great time, and people seem to be responding really well to it, and I don't know. I think this could be, one of the best ones I've worked on. I love it. I love it. But who knows? Don't fucking put that as a headline if somebody's watching this who happens to have a blog or something. I don't know if it's going to be the best one. I just stop. Anyway, okay. Here's what I'm tweeting. I just tweeted this out. So, what are we saying? It says, I'm following Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's kid. I saw it. It said, it says you can follow her and the who to follow, and I clicked, and I'm like, that's so cool. It's Michael Jackson's kid, and she's interesting, and she's angsty teenage kid, but, it's kind of cool. That's Michael Jackson's kid. And she seems kind of down to earth and stuff. So I wrote this tweet that says, hang on, taking a short video blog break, first 10 questions to hit this account, I'll answer in the video blog I'm recording now. Okay, so let's see what comes in. First one's from Michael Jackson's kid. That'd be cool. That's not true. What did you think of Watch the Throne from Peter Andrews? I really liked now this is going to get boring for y'all if y'all don't like Jay-Z and Kanye and shit, but I'll do my best to keep you short because I don't know, I got a lot of time anyway. I liked it. I didn't, I have to say this about Kanye. I loved, obviously I loved Graduation. I loved, I get his albums mixed up. What's the one that had Good Life? That was Graduation. Before that was Late Registration. I loved those. I like Kanye when he's doing the commercial thing, right? And I thought Otis was fucking awesome. I loved that song. And I loved No Church in the Wild. I mean, there was great music on that. But there's something about that and was it My Dark Twisted Fantasy Nightmare or whatever his other album was around the same time, that it's too rich for me. Like, it's too layered. I like more pop entertainment music, so it's very obvious that it's great music, but I listen to music just to chill and to spin to or to just, work to, and so it's one of those things that Watch the Throne strikes me as something much deeper that I just haven't really come to appreciate, but it's clearly a great album, but I gotta say, I like the Blueprint 3 from Jay-Z a lot more, which I know a lot of people didn't like, but it just had more popular music. Okay. This guy says, Steve Kidd, did you get my tweet from earlier? God of War movie, Vin Diesel. That's my dog. He just left. Doesn't want to hear who's going to be cast. Yeah, Vin Diesel would be great. He probably would go a long way towards getting a movie greenlit. But you know, I think Vin Diesel's so obvious, it's boring. But that doesn't mean anything. If he owns the role and takes it on, I think he could be great. I'm a Vin Diesel fan, so that'd be cool. This is from Michael Baginski. What do you want to change in the video game industry, and what do you want to keep? Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of things that I've always wanted to change are changing, right? So. I love digital distribution. I love service-based games. I love that we're starting to get into distribution methods, and not just distribution methods, but production methods where, you know, you really, you know, I wouldn't say it's democratized like movie making, where anybody can just go out and pick up, you know, UDK or something, or Unity, and make a game. But it's moving towards that, and I love the fact that yes, there will always be these wonderful epic games from companies like, you know, Microsoft doing Halo, and obviously Santa Monica and Naughty Dog and those guys doing their big epics like Uncharted and God of War. But I love that there have always been indie games, but now the distribution, the financing, the ability to make them without having to be specialized, I love that. So I love that that's changing, and I would want to keep that. But I would also want to keep, I think video games are the most creative industry right now. A lot of it has to do with the fans, because I don't know how to explain. I'll explain that later. But in terms of, if you just look at intellectual property, characters, worlds, stories, ideas, you know, we're a much richer medium than anything else. Obviously not books, obviously, because there's no limits in books except the author. But certainly movies, certainly television, certainly comic books. So I would want to keep that. Ben Stead. Would you develop for, I can't pronounce it, it's not the Ouija board, but the Ouya, I know, you know what I'm talking about, the $99 thing. I mean, I'm confused by that question because isn't it just like you make an Android app and it runs on the thing? I love it. I've always wanted a free-to-play service-based box. I mean, I'm hoping, and that, you know, I'm hoping that the new Sony box, the new Microsoft box, I'm hoping all those are kind of more open systems. You know, but the idea of that particular box, the price point, I think is great. So I don't know, you know, hey, they should call me if, you know, they want an exclusive or something. But my understanding is if you're developing something that's going to run, you know, in that environment anyway, that you don't just develop it for that box. But I haven't done a lot of research on it, so I don't know. But I think it's great. Carlos Rivera, favorite bands or music? Okay. Right, I have no taste. I do. I love my musical taste, but I mean, people make fun of me, so whatever. Like I tweeted last night, I love the new Taylor Swift song. It's fucking awesome. I was talking Jay-Z, Kanye West. I love John Williams. I love the soundtrack from Super 8. I love James Horner's Field of Dreams soundtrack. I worked to that a lot. I worked to Super 8 a lot lately. Favorite bands? I don't know. I don't really follow bands so much as individuals. I like Genesis, and I like Genesis with Phil Collins. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know much about music. What do you miss the most about working at Sony Santa Monica? Asked Sony Santa Monica. Y'all go make me cry asking that question. I miss... that's a great question. There are some things I miss, certainly, but there's a person I miss a lot. Dean Astley, will you do a story-driven game in the future? Probably. Scott Warren just favored my tweet. I think my kids just got home, so I'm going to have to cut this short. But, God, there's a lot of questions. I'm going to blaze through these. And if you see my kids, I'll make sure they say hey. What are you doing now? I'm talking to you guys, and I'm working on the game. I'm planning a trip out to visit some people. I got to book a ticket, and I'm doing notes for a presentation. Recent experience, Ben Dixon setting up a new company. Any tips? Not in this time I have. I'll tweet me that later. How pissed off does gaming media make me? A lot pissed off in some cases when they're just shitty. You know, here's what I'll say. The positive spin on that is there's a lot of stuff. I've tweeted this recently, like Polygon, man. I love what Polygon's doing, even though Totillo and I, you know, don't see eye to eye on certain things. I like some of the Kotaku stuff very, very much. You know, I've always been a fan of Edge. I like what EGM is doing. So there's some really good stuff that's happening. But, you know, there is that kind of yellow journalism that's just, it's just karmically, I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. I mean, so, it makes me upset. Will you promote my game, Monumental Disaster? Absolutely not. Yeah, send me a link. Let me know what it is. If I like it, I will. I kind of just did, but, I'll promote it more if it's cool. Assuming it's out. I'm not going to see something early. It's got to be a published game. I can't, run the risk of seeing something that's not officially out that you guys are, finished with. Alex Stockdale, will you release any more extras from the new Twisted? I only have a couple of things left. I have a couple little scenes with Calypso that are great that I will release. You know what? He's a buddy of mine on Twitter, and I guess he's on this new diet or something. He just put a shot of him on, not Twitter, on Facebook. And holy cow, this guy is like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 80s now. So I don't know. If we had to make a new one, with him as Calypso, we have to come up with a whole story of how he became this like badass action hero. But I have a few things I'll release if I can find them, but not a lot. Most of it's out there. What were your experiences working for Sony like? I have a great affection for Sony. I have great affection for Alan Becker, obviously, and Shu, and going back to Rich Robinson, who hired me. So they're and, if you guys saw what they did at Gamescom, I don't know, this week. I mean, really great company. They were awesome. They were really people of their word and kind and good and promoted artistry and gave games plenty of time to breathe, and they're great. They're absolutely great. What is your opinion on video game reviews? No, they're not broken. I think some are good, some are shitty. If you could reimagine any film, well, okay, not making this film, make it into a game. He says, if you could reimagine any film, make it into a game, what would it be? Well, I don't know. I would love to do something with Indiana Jones, maybe, but, you know what I was talking, I can't tell you that now. But not Indiana Jones. But I love Indy, but I don't know. I mean, I don't. What would be a great movie? Game as a movie. I don't know. I think I don't know. I mean, I think it would be great to do something like Lord of the Rings, like Jeanne d'Arc, or the new XCOM, like turn-based strategy. But I mean, I don't think that's what you're looking for. I got to think about it. Okay, there's Hip Hop Gamer, of course. I'm going to answer you. Hey, I'm answering everybody, by the way. I just got to get back to work. Hey, David, I have a question. What should the next consoles have in terms of memory to see a major jump in graphics? I so don't know. I mean, part of it's memory, part of it's CPU. Also part of it's, here's what they should have. It should have, AI so brilliant that it can fucking, create the stuff without needing an army of 600 people to make the game. I mean, that's my issue, is just the major jumps in graphics just mean bigger teams, fewer games, at least at that level. But I'm such a guy who doesn't know. I couldn't tell you the actual memory increase. I have no clue. Can you give me a shout out? Snowy Snowhawk 88. Yep, there you go. Was that good for you? I don't know. Why do you think many game developers are not as close to their fans like yourself? It's from AJ. Only use me feet. He's like, only use me feet. He's like is it a leprechaun or a pirate? I don't know. Some are, right? I mean, Cliff Lazinski is. Who else? Warren Spector. I mean, look, I grew up loving, following people who worked on stuff that I loved in magazines and stuff, because we didn't have this, and so I just like it. I like to communicate with people who like what we do and support what we do and feed not just me, but these little rugrats who I hear about to come in, I think, which is fine. I used to not want to show them on the internet. I don't know why. It was creepy, but I just felt weird about it. Now I'm like, fuck it. Maybe because they were little babies. But anyway, it's fun. I consider myself, a gamer, and I like talking to people about stuff I'm passionate about. And plans on another Twisted? No, not at all. I was proud of my contributions, proud of the team, proud of Sony for making it, but maybe down the line one day, but not right now. Silence, new project. That's right. He says, I have mad love for all your games. I thank you. I think on behalf of the teams I've worked with, I could say thank you. That's very nice. I can't tell you yet. It won't be years and years. It'll be sooner than that. When I'll tell you about the new project. Do you want my doll face painted? I don't know. Let me click it and see. I can't see it. Where'd it go? I already have one. Oh, that's kind of cool. Hang on, it's coming up. I'll put this on the link. Sorry, guys. This is good. Oh, it's 15. Hey, I'm running out of time. I only got 15 minutes. So that's all I can do. Thank you guys for watching. Hope that wasn't too boring, but I'm going back to work. All right. Nice to see you guys. Have a great end of the summer. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.